the same wanted man is having his comeback fight with more drugs in the system.
Fam.
How?
Yo, look, I can do it like money made, glamorous ting. 12 round unanimous ting. Casual fans on the analyst ting. That ain't KG and Travis's ting. That's undefeated, undisputed like Lennox. Do it on points, jab your head off. Who tried to say that AJ fell off? Must have never had Nigerian jello.
What's going on, people? Welcome to the Undefeated Podcast.
The only podcast with two undefeated fighters.
Chatting it up. Bro, what's your tail of the tape?
I'm 0-0, but if I got to it, someone's got to go, fam, and it's not me. Yeah, it's never gonna be me. Whoever wants it on YouTube, seriously now, I've had enough, bro. I didn't even think I was gonna do this. Right, this is nuts. Whoever wants it, yeah, let's go, fam. I've been in lockdown. I'm ready to spark someone in the face, fam. So if you want it, sign it on the dotted line, fam. Obviously, I don't want professional boxers coming to me. I'm talking about like normal people in it. That's important to say. Don't you get that?
Do you know what, yeah? Do you know who else did something like that? There's a policeman, yeah? Obviously, Black Lives Matter and stuff's been going on. You see that video of the policeman? He's just like, any one of you people that think the police are punks, come try with me. Get in the ring with me. Fam, the amount of fighters that Conor at this done, he came back with different energy on his video talking about, look, I've had a lot of people get in touch with me, people that have been boxing for like 300 years, fighters. He goes, that's not what I want. He goes, you can't want to fight me.
No,
change of pace, fam.
Yeah, no, because but you have to put it out there because I could say that. Remember when you wanted? Who's that professional that wanted to fight you, bruv? You and him were getting back to back. You and that guy, and then Dylan said he's gonna set up. Dylan White said he's gonna set up.
Yeah, that started moving mad fast. That's just when stuff just gets out of your control and it's like, wait, people are involved. That's mad.
Yeah.
What started off in the teams back and forth became, I'll set it up. Then other people are following me to say, you're dumb to get in the ring with Kieran. And I'm thinking to myself, But at the same time, there's a big part of me that's like, let man chat to you like that. So I'm coming back at everyone's energy.
Do me a favor, yeah? You just need to move your camera a bit. Perfect. Lovely, because you're just off center a bit. Yeah, that's mad. So you have to be very specific when you're calling out Mandem. So YouTube Mandem, I'm talking to you in it. The same way you've been calling out KSI, and the same way he's been dodging you for 100 years, fam. The same way he's been ducking, yeah. It is what it is. But let me ask you, bro, because I got to set you up, fam.
I'm trying to get out of the gate.
What's your tail of the tape, fam?
I'm 2-0, and I'll be 3-0 or 4-0 as soon as KSI decides to step up and accept my challenge.
Oh, swear down, you're going to beat him twice.
Once he takes that beating, he's going to want to come back and think it was a mistake, innit? And the second time will be much more clinical. So then there'll be no need for any extra fights. Logan Paul and Jake Paul and them man will be way too shook to be trying to end. So I won't get any more fights. But it's fine, because my point will have been proven.
That's magic. I love it. Listen, I feel like we're ready to pod. When you're with this energy, yeah, I know we're ready to pod. What are you drinking, fam?
Orange juice and the amaretto, fam. You know how I get down.
Wow. Water, even though I went through it.
You're not better than me. I got water too.
I didn't say I was better. I'm just saying, no, but you need to celebrate me, bro. Celebrate me, fam.
No.
Celebrate me, bro. Do you see what I did this month? Remember, it started at the beginning of the month, and I said, I'm not drinking all through June because I'm trying to get a hold of this alcoholism that was getting through me. Yeah? Man made it, fam. I made it to the end. I saw July, cuz.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. So Friday, I'm getting yacked.
You're not better than me for having water, fam, because there's water here, there's balance. Yeah, the Zen, my Zen is bad.
Juice in the amaretto, so you're doing good, fam.
Healthy. you know when someone's an alcoholic, when they tell you that alcohol, that's the healthiest alcohol to drink. I'll never forget one time I was in a bar and they started talking about, I'm drinking gin because gin's sugar content is not like these other drinks. I thought to myself, you are in a bad place.
You got a problem. You don't know. You don't realize how deep your problems are, fam. Man said, obviously, because gin and that, like the content and that is different. So
I said it's worse than you think it is.
Bro, let's go into the comment section, man.
Cool.
Straight to comment section if we can.
So where we at? So we've got one from this guy. His Instagram, his
And
YouTube name is Man United 4 Chell Shit
I love
0.
people like this. These are my favorite
Shit
people.
0 Man United 2. Who calls their YouTube channel that? Anyway, so it goes, Windmill Wilder is out here twerking for the man them. He's ready to cash out and live the stripper's life. He goes, I was watching Street Beefs the other day. The guy who was fighting in the backyard of some hillybilly's yard in front of 50 people was showing more technique than Wilder. No hate, just stating the facts and what I saw, but that says it all.
Jeez, he went playing. All right, cool. I got E-Bird. He came in. He said, "Big up yourself. Staying consistent. Staying positive. Undefeated." That's a great defeater there. So shout out to you. We got. Yep. Go ahead.
He goes, I rate Eubank Jr. I think his work ethic is insane. He has lacked a permanent trainer. I fully agree on this. You can't judge his last fight as it was a round and 20 seconds. He goes, you have to get used to your opponent. Yeah, fair enough. He goes, I do feel Eubanks could become a legit world title. He lives the sport. Great example of a pro athlete. I hope Roy Jones can help with Junior. KG, let man drive what he wants, my
That's because of the. Nah, cuz you can't be driving that car, bruv. Just like that.
To explain himself just because he has a nice car.
Nah, man, that's a I've won something in life car, fam. Anyway, cool. Let's go. You man are done for. I love this guy.
They always catch you
done for, yeah, catch me out all the time. KG Trav, please talk about Dubois' 5-year extension with Frank Warren. I was in Northampton and I saw a town crier promoting Dubois and Dubois on a Fujimoto card.
The Japanese girl.
Man was like, hear ye, fam.
No, please don't tell me Warren hired a crier for this. Oh, can you see what I'm saying about Frank, fam? Man had a town crier. Doing, hey, Dubois and Fujimoto.
Wait. I don't even know if that's true, but that's the funniest thing ever.
Techniques.
Because you can't deny it. We can't deny it.
That makes me sick. This makes me sick. A town crier, fam. Hey. No, but how do you book a town crier? Like, let's break that conversation down. Man said,
wait, let me call you. Let me call you. You're the town crier. Wait. Bring. Hello. Wait, it's Frank. Because he knows him, obviously. He knows him.
Frank? What's it this time, Frank?
It's Dubois.
How would you like me to promote this one, Frank?
With hair yees, please. I want go all out. I want hair yees and posters.
He said, leave it to me. Hair yees and posters. I want posters covering all traffic lights up and down the country. Hair yees and posters?
I don't know.
Should I run any TV ads? He says, nah. Don't worry about that.
What about social media?
No. Don't worry about any of that. Hair yees.
Thank you. Listen.
You know, we underestimated how bad Frank Warren is right
now. No, because we're taking him right now. We're never gonna get signed by Frank Warren. Frank Warren is
we need to meet Frank Warren. We need to meet Frank Warren and clear this up. That we're doing this with love, but the more facts that keep coming out, it's looking nuts. Town crier cannot be fight promo.
Yeah. And we let him go because he saw Anthony Yard fight in a nightclub. We let that one go because he said, you know what, we're not gonna get involved. We let that one go, but Frank Warren, you're moving nuts. Because even Anthony wasn't up for that thing. Do you know what I mean? So listen, I'm not saying anything again. I'm just gonna watch Frank Warren, but I feel like we've cancelled our relationship with Frank Warren.
Look here. At the end of the day, Frank knows that we're we're on side.
Yeah,
We're
we are. Don't
because the
try to
fact
clean it up. It's too late, fam.
reason why we do no, the reason why we say these things is because it's with love.
It's like the teachers that want you to do better.
That's right, but they
Mm.
berate you in front of the whole class when your homework is bad because they know that you're competitive.
Mm.
See how I brought it back?
We're back in.
I'm just trying to light that fire in you, Frank.
Oh, sugar. Let me do Punit. Oh, wait, nope. This is for you, bro. With my dyslexia and Punit's 5 paragraphs, it's not worth it.
Shouts out to Punit, man. Punit's comments have been hitting this week, bro.
Yeah, go ahead. This is you, fam.
Sparring is sparring, and gym stories are just stories. But it is known that Amir Khan took punishment in camp. Journeyman sparring partners have said the first time they sparred Khan was hard work. His speed, combinations, they'd be too much to handle. They also said his punches aren't powerful, especially compared with Pacquiao's. So after a few sessions, they were able to time him and knock him down often. That's why I say he wasn't smarter now than when he started. At his peak, he had great attributes including bravery, but he never had speed of thought nor adaptability. Wow. He was hard work for anyone, but if they could figure him out or time him in the space of one fight, he wouldn't last. Now that his foot speed is gone, his tendency to stay in the pocket makes him very susceptible to a KO, and that chin doesn't help him. He goes, imagine spending all that time with Virgil Hunter and Freddie Roach and still making the same mistakes. I wish it was different, but it isn't. And just to be clear, I always believed Kell Brook could take Khan, and I have nothing but love for the Ingle gym. When I said I have no interest in that fight now, it's because I think both of them should retire. It's a shame Brook's career didn't match his ability, but that record and those opponents will always look poor compared to Khan's. Facts. I fully understand why he'd want another 1 or 2 paydays, but I don't see him hanging with the elite welterweights out there. It's a stacked division full of exceptional fighters in their prime. There's really no money matchup for Brook at light middleweight. Another boxer I loved watching was Oscar De La Hoya. And if anyone needs boxing in their life, it's him. I don't want to see a comeback at all, but his life has been a mess since he retired. The drugs and alcohol are making him act crazy. It's a shame to see a great champion like him so lost now, which neatly brings me to, remember when Tyson Fury said you can't put muscles on your chin when talking about Wilder? Knocking out Wilder doesn't make Fury the hardest hitting heavyweight. As for all the other nonsense, I don't even want to dignify it. He's really saying he could knock Ali out? If Fury was in Ali's era with their training and diets, he wouldn't have made it into the top level. If that era of boxers were in Fury's time, with the diets and training science around now, they'd squash him. I say Prime Lennox takes out Prime Fury, no caveats. To say that Fury could go back in time and beat boxers who would likely be cruiserweights today is not going to win him any points with me.
That's why, bro. That's why. But there's people out here. There's people out here coming for Punit's title, fam, in the comment section. So I'm gonna go with one. Mulla, fam. Let's go. The issue of Eubank Jr. Is management side of things and his dad. I think Cena should have left him alone to be himself, like Nigel did with Conor. I agree he's always in shape, but to me he's just a gym person, and it's easy to look great on things that don't hit back. That's right. It's hard to picture him in any big fights in the future because it seems as if he's just freestyling. His career is not a clear path, and he's trying to move into mandatory or any final eliminators with any organization. I think in the next 18 months we'll see Conor at least European champion or potential on the cusp of a final eliminator. He's focused and dedicated. But he'll take fights. Pacquiao retired him. Pacquiao retired him. He got smoked. He couldn't handle the speed and movement. I don't know who he's talking about. I think he's gone into a next conversation about Khan. Khan didn't fight. No. Wait.
Did Pacquiao retire? Can't remember.
I don't know. I never included when I asked my favorite fight is Castillo versus Corrales. I've never seen that fight, so I need to check it out. My favorite beatdown is Kawasaki versus Lacey. Roy is above AB. You forgot about Roy's. Y'all must have forgot. That's funny. No, listen, but AB is back this week with a new hit, fam. Yeah. So go on.
We got one from Jay Hardwork Pays Off. He says, yeah. He goes, I mean, Chris is being trained by Roy Jones. Shrug emoji. Yeah, he is. KO Boxing Vibe says, in Joshua Buatsi's case, if you're going to be humble and quiet, you have to be fighting regularly, knocking out guys in devastating fashion.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not in a blue ribbon weight class. He goes, Dubois, similar in character. Knock out guys, but he still keeps his name on the airwaves.
Yeah, there you go. Wait,
It's true,
is
bro.
it AI says footballers are now talking hella smack, so no excuses for Boatsi. Ooh, Hearn said it already. He treats pro boxing like amateur fights, disappears and fights. It's a new decade. You can't be humble. We need substance. Sugar. That's for a lot of people coming for J
He does treat his career like an amateur career. Like, just showing up for fights and disappearing.
Yeah.
Like, fam, like, I'll be honest, man, people forget that humble. The thing is, yeah, when AJ came in pay-per-view because he was the gold medal heavyweight champ. You see what I'm saying?
Mad tall. Come on, man. He's the Galdem Sugar, fam.
Yeah, but you know the heavyweight gold medalist. Like, even Audley Harrison came out gassed on pay-per-view doing up numbers.
Yeah.
Was it pay-per-view or BBC? But he was for a while they were building him up to be the star. So AJ got that same love, but he just did better than Audley Harrison did with his career. Whereas Watsi's kind of coming in.
That's unfair though. He's a whole heavyweight, fam.
Yeah, I know, and I'm not comparing because the divisions always get different amounts of love. But I'm just saying, Watsi needs to kind of let's start getting a bit more active, bro.
We've seen it. We're gonna bring up that round table, and we're gonna see from the round table. Why'd you do that?
Yeah, I just wanted to.
No. Go back. Just a little bit down. There you go. Perfect. That's yeah. Sugar. What was that?
Round table.
Round table, and the characters on the table, and then someone even said it. I was too quiet. I wasn't the showman, and this is why it probably went like this for me in my career. But it's going to be interesting when we come on to. Let's just. I'm going to park that.
Let's get through the comments first. Yeah,
let's park that. I'm going to park that. Go
on. Soulstar came again. He says, "I think Conor Benn is not as He's not as talented naturally as Eubanks Jr. I like them both. I'm just unsure how well Conor will do. I rate Josh Kelly so highly, but I sadly don't think he'll become an elite boxer in the welterweight division, as it looks like he doesn't have any power or pop to his punches." So true.
It's nuts. It'll be interesting to see. I haven't even heard. Oh,
he goes, "What? Sorry, just to continue."
Go on.
He goes, "What do you think of Josh Kelly, and do you feel he has potential to become a world champ?" I'll be honest, because of the reasons you've mentioned, and I've felt this for a while. No. Like, when I first saw highlights of Josh Kelly, I thought, oh my days,
this exciting.
Man here, he's going to be a superstar.
Yeah.
He's good looking, he's snappy, he's got a style that's amazing for casual fans, but he cannot knock a man out.
Yeah. And I think, when was his last outing? Let's look at that.
Last outing. I know he got injured, so it's been a while.
This is what I'm saying, because I've even forgotten about Josh Kelly. That's how mad it is. Like, you say Josh Kelly's like, oh, sugar, yeah. Wait,
he fought this guy and he drew with him like it was a long old fight. He got tagged with shots. It looked nuts. I was thinking to myself, oh, maybe you're not who I thought you would be at this point, and it's kind of annoying.
And the record was looking so beautiful as well. 10 wins and that. It was just climbing 6. But then, yeah, losing so early in the career is nuts, because we set you up. We really and truly were picking your fights. You shouldn't get this. And he was someone that pretty much looking after and saying, we know what we're gonna do with you, if that makes sense. So you put him in those little fights, little challenges here and there.
That's right.
You're not expecting.
But he's like Conor Benn a little bit as well, because remember Conor Benn fought this done and it was a draw.
Yeah.
And man thought Conor Benn lost. Bro, if Conor Benn was on the mat, about like him, just both of them just getting knocked down over and over again. I was just like, jeez, it's too early in your career for these fights.
This is not.
But Conor Benn's a nutter though.
Was it?
Conor Benn could have beaten the guy that he
draw. Was it a draw?
Who?
Josh Kelly's a draw. That's the match you're talking about. The Ray Robinson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
It changed the perspective on it. Nah, bro.
At 10,
This
see,
stage
that
of
shouldn't
your
be
career,
happening. Again, if we're
at
choosing your
your stage
fights,
of your career, in this era where these men are clearly picking the opponents,
yeah, that's not,
you're not
it's
sticking
none.
to the draw.
It's unacceptable. After in 11th, the draws should start coming. What?
When you step up,
Yeah, that's nuts.
and I think his lack of power, yeah, is going to be a problem. Like Conor Benn is another one realistically who doesn't have that that punch. Do you see what I'm saying? That one
Mm.
hit. Eubank Jr. has the same issue in his weight class.
But wait, Ray, because he fought a guy called Ray Robinson, yeah, and Ray has been suspended by the New York Athletic Commission indefinitely. Is it a big
Yeah,
baby? Is it a
but
big baby juicing
no, no,
situation?
no, 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 no. What's the last outcome of his fight?
Josh Kelly.
Was he?
Josh Kelly.
Because I know they do that when, like, if you've been knocked out,
He
you'll be
drew
suspended.
his last two fights. I can't even say this last person name. He's got one mad long name. I don't know where this guy's from. If you can say Ig, if you can say Igidi just Calvert, bro, that name is
Hold on,
crazy.
let's see. Egidius Cavaliascos.
Woo!
Cavaliauskas.
Him. He had two back-to-back draws. He fought him and he fought Kelly. And now he's on a ban, indefinite ban. So
Yeah, but
now
it's
you
got
gotta say to
wait.
yourself,
No, 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 because the drug thing is that happens for some precautionary reasons sometimes. That happened
bro,
on AJ's name after he got knocked out by Ruiz.
was suspended indefinitely.
Yeah, it said the exact same thing. So
Yeah?
that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, let me not add smoke to his name. You might wake
yeah.
up one morning, man. What?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna research that for at least for next week. Let's put a pin in that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Can we pod? Let's get into the thing, man.
Alright, cool. There's
Let's
a
get into
couple
the
more
thing.
comments, but let's just
No,
pod,
I
man.
want to pod. I want to pod. Let's
Cool.
talk.
Alright, let's go. Let's go. Where we starting?
Let's big. Where, don't ask where we starting, fam.
Big Baby
Big
Miller.
cheating Miller, fam. That's it. Don't call
I'm
him
sick of this stuff.
Big cheating Miller, fam. This what he's done, yeah, is it's beyond disgraceful. You see, like I don't know, you see The Wire and all these other shows where they say the block is hot, yeah. Obviously not with the British accent, but bro, there's no better way to say it's peak right now. Like the ends is crazy, yeah. The man them are here, everyone's watching. The situation is peak for me. I'm a wanted man. The same wanted man is having his comeback fight with more drugs in the system.
Fam,
How?
I don't know. I don't know what if he does. I mean, it's embarrassing, bro. Like the first time round, them mans were like even. So I listened to this interview, yeah, and the
Yeah.
guy's pressing him straight up about the whole drug situation, and he's like, we looked into the situation, and he goes, nobody's more upset than me. I thought to myself, shut up, man. Then he goes, we found out, the type of drug it's ingested. It was ingested, so it's not an injection to the booty. And I thought to myself, oh, so the last time was, the last time was injection to the booty. This time around, he said no, it was ingested. We're waiting to see. Bro, I was looking at this thinking you're an idiot, bro. And when these men start, they don't want to answer and they start
Is
doing this,
there a
but
new tape? Is there an apology tape already?
no, no, no. It's an interview that he did with some guy. I forget the name of his.
Off
I
the
forget
back
the.
of what happened just now.
Yeah. It's fresh, and he's just there, like the legal team. There's certain legalities, so I can't talk about it. But
Of course you can't talk about it.
he
You
goes,
can never talk about it.
I submitted all my stuff that we've been taking, so we thought it was clean. We had no idea. I was just like, you are just a liar, man.
Bro, he had
Just
the
a
chance,
liar.
yeah, to fight the champion and, excuse me, what is that? Potentially beat. Like, if it was a Ruiz night, if he had, let's say, he had the
Imagine this.
Ruiz
He
night,
could have been world champ. He could have been
he
world champ.
could have been world champ in New York. He was fighting at home. This could have been the greatest night of his life. He ruined it for drugs. Yeah. So when he went home, I believe he must have said to himself, "Man, I was so close." And it even hurts more to see Ruiz go on and
But
become the new
fam,
guy. Ruiz has got hella chains, hella cars, Snickers, sponsored by Snickers. It looks good. Yeah.
mm,
That was literally a potential future because as a boxer, you believe you can be that guy, you know? And he ruined it. So if I went
mm,
home, I'd say to myself, Rare, I need another shot. I'm going to fix everything up. I'm
you
going
get
to
it right.
learn what I can't. I'm going to make sure that nothing that even looks, I won't even have a mint, fam. Anything that looks like it's going to affect me, a tic tac, that looks kind of paracetamolish, I'm not on it.
Get that out of here,
I'm dealing with every headache by myself.
bro. Listen, yeah. When I had the radio show, yeah,
Yeah,
had Tara Davis on.
yeah,
Tara Davis comes in to the studio.
yeah,
I said, "Yo, do you want some water?" No, no, no. I said, "You want anything?" No. He goes, "No." He goes, "I got my water." He goes, "I can't take anything. I
yes,
can't take anything until it's my chef or whatever's done it." Because he goes, "Obviously, I'm not saying you're gonna spike my thing, but no one can give me nothing."
nothing.
That dedication,
Yeah,
that's for stuff. So
even
that
even Dion did that. Dion Drummond did that. Carry on.
exactly didn't take nothing. So then I'm saying, if a fighter's moving like that, anything that he does take, he, he knows it's steroids, fam. There's no messing around. Even Tyson Fury's claim about beef. I'm like, no, bro.
Mm,
Man, don't just eat casual things. You man know what you're doing.
mm.
Nah, this is nuts. Get Jerome Miller the hell out of here, bro.
No, do you
Twice.
know? But it's the worst thing about him though is the fact that he probably tried to find another way to cheat. He
That's what I'm
probably
saying.
tried to find another strategic way where he can have an advantage. Bro, train. Just train.
Eddie Hearn said,
Train like the rest of the man then.
Eddie Hearn said, I think psychologically he doesn't feel he can fight without PEDs.
Yeah,
And that's like, there's certain men that have been cheating for years.
yeah.
You can't just take it from him. He's going to feel like his superpowers are gone.
Jeez. So
It's disgusting.
I would take all his, if it was me, listen, don't put me on the boxing board of commission, fam, because I will take all of his wins away from him because now nothing can be trusted. You see, like when a lawyer goes to, is someone, a dodgy police officer and stuff, they review all them cases, those people are getting out of jail, fam, because how do I know you weren't
Yeah,
doing this from before? How do I know that, when did you start cheating? Do you see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
We had to relook
Compromise.
because I've now got I've got a loss on my record that might not should might not I don't deserve that.
That's what happened with Amir Khan and Lamont Peterson. Lamont Peterson failed the test. Let me double check that.
Yeah,
But
check
Lamont
that.
Peterson failed the test, and they ended up ruling the fight a no contest, I believe.
There you
And they
go.
did it again, or whichever way around it happened. But I remember Lamont Peterson was very, very, very strong in that fight. That was a hell of a fight. So what does it say? So it's a loss, and I think the other one is gone. Yeah, because that's right. Yeah, so even though it's a loss, his next fight was Danny Garcia, and you can still see that he's still defending his belts. Yeah, that's right. So that must have, I don't know how that was overturned, but it was a very mad situation.
That's what I'm saying. So it goes to show. Listen, I think Big Baby Miller is a danger to the sport, a
Yeah,
danger to it's just very dangerous, fam. Like how do we even get behind you as a champion? If he wins one now, yeah, if he wins a title, there's always going to be an asterisk next to his name, yeah. And
mm,
as far as now is when I think of like steroid use, I think of Big Baby, fam. Him and Chris
yeah,
Benoit. Obviously, Chris Benoit went too far with the thing, yeah. But him, if you're gonna talk about steroid usage or whatever, any kind of drug cheating, bruv, I want to see Big Baby and Lance Armstrong right next to each other, fam. That's it, bruv. Those are the two characters that I want to see because it's disgusting, fam. Yeah, I'm getting hard today, but do you know how disappointed I was for him not to fight AJ? With all the
mm,
talk he's been talking, fam, I said I need to see this fight. You know what I mean?
he's,
And
he's,
he ruined it. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like the train was on the track. There was a focus. He set a massive target on himself, and then he'll talk while he was talking all this big talk. He was just out here injecting, fam. And
so
the
do you
next guy
think?
that he's fighting, why do you need him Pete to fight him? This is a comeback fight.
Yeah, yeah, it's scatty.
Why do you need like? Obviously, I'm not saying this is when you should go
But
Super
he's a
Saiyan.
cheater. But he's a cheater though. He's a cheater, and cheaters will cheat. You see
Then
what I'm saying? He
yeah,
will try to get his advantage. He will try to look as good as he can because that's just who he is. And I think the sad thing is because boxing is so unorganized, there's no uniform, there's no board, there's nobody that everybody answers to. It's a free for all.
mm.
So fair enough, one organization will ban him, cool, but he'll be able to fight somewhere.
Fight in Argentina, fam.
Fam,
Them mad
like
fights there, bro.
the board of Luxembourg will sanction him to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, man, go to Bahrain, fam, and Dubai and Saudi Arabia. The man he'll be able to get fights. And that's the sad, ugly part of boxing where it's like, is there rules? Even when they banned him, they backdid the, like, so it
Oh,
was
they
like,
love the backdated ban.
the backdated ban. That's when it's just like, all right, cool. So
And he never had a fight anyway.
he didn't have a fight anyway, so the schedule wasn't even affected. So that's why it's like, what are they going to say? They're going to say, 1 year ban. All right, cool. But if they backdate it, his last fight was when?
This is it.
So it's
So-
all scatty, man.
Oh wait, so what do you think? Because I do believe, right? You've got mad close to the camera. You
Sorry.
just
Yeah, no, I'm
it's
just
alright.
dinner.
Don't want to cut your head out. Yeah. Again, back a little bit. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure. There you go. Cool.
Mm.
Because I always feel that boxers should get a second chance. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes, again, with situations, if your meat or whatever is spiked or your drink has been, stuff can happen. I do believe that. And then the rules change. There is like small changes, like that's now a banned substance where it wasn't before. Do you know what I mean? I feel that there should be chances. I don't know how many chances a boxer should get. Maybe if you had one and then you're on the list to be watched. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you would lose a lot of fighters to this then.
Do you know what should happen is this year.
Yeah.
Everybody is subject to the usual routine checking that they do,
Mhm.
VADA or USADA and whatever. But the minute you get like one situation like this, you now have to be on. You see how there's a sex offenders list
Mhm.
where these men have to tell people where they're going.
Mm.
There should be a drug offenders list where your testing is throughout the year, like all the time.
So you could just be in Tesco and a man just turns
That's
up.
it. Boom. Let's go. Let's get that urine. Let's go. You see what I'm saying? Like, real talk, every 3 weeks, test.
Or no,
Do you know what
random testing at mad times.
Yeah, random, but regular.
Mm.
So they men stay on them because the fact is, they made an announcement that they wouldn't be testing these people in the lockdown.
That's mad.
Why would he not be on drugs in the
Oh
lockdown?
my God, you're right. He must have thought, get
He had
out
that
of jail free card. He said,
Oh, give me everything. They probably caught the stuff that was left in the system, not the stuff that was at the beginning of the lockdown. This brother must have been on the massage bed, said, yo, needle in the booty, let's go. Listen, this guy
cool.
walking around with the maddest roid rage
He just must. Literally, if Big Baby Miller is like, at your call, I will be there booing on a sly, fam. Because it has to be on a sly. It has to be on a sly. You know that ones?
I ain't been.
You're not booing on a sly?
No, I'm cheering. Do you know how mad that guy must be?
The roid rage.
Yeah, bro. I think him and Chisora would be an amazing fight. If anything, even if the fight isn't amazing, the press conference would be gloves are off.
I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him again.
I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see Big. No, I'm saying I don't want to see Big Baby Miller like again.
But I am just saying, I want him. I know what you're saying.
I don't see.
And I know what I'm saying, and I know it's two different things.
Yeah.
But there's a massive part of me that thinks him and Chisora would be the maddest entertainment. But
It'll be
right.
a scrap, but he don't deserve it. He don't deserve it, man. It's like I'm not down for ban for life, but he needs to sit down somewhere and really think about himself and what he's done. He does. He just needs to sit and just.
And if there's a mad picture, yeah, I put it in the group of him and like bodybuilding dons.
Yeah.
Bro, and man are all roided up, and I'm just looking, thinking, if that's your man, then I really know how you give up.
Birds of a feather, fam. Birds of a feather, innit? Their man are just injecting together, fam. It's not even a flocking together thing. Their man are just wherever there's a needle, them man are there
Yeah,
getting hencher, fam. It's
facts.
disgusting. No time for it. Bun Big Baby Miller, fam. It is what it is, fam. That's how I feel, fam. Do you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So obviously, if I see him in the flesh, it's nuts in it.
You gonna set pace?
Huh?
You gonna set pace?
Me,
Mm.
me. Are you gonna
Yes.
set pace?
No.
There we go.
But if you start, I'll back it.
With Roid Rage, fam. Do you know what his headbutt, bro?
Well, look, all right, tell you what, you start it, and then I'll see how it's going on. If I feel like you've got it under control, then I'll just leave it alone.
Gee, I will never have it under control. As I said, if I go to one of his
I'm
fights at
not
your
getting
cool,
involved, bro. I'm not getting
yeah,
involved.
at your cool, I'll be on that boo. You know what I mean? When people are cheering.
Cheering for him. I'm cheering for him. So there's no
Alright,
mess. I'm standing up. I'm waving. What up, Javale? Like I'm giving it up.
alright, cool. Yeah, disappointment. We're just gonna rank him a disappointment and keep it moving. Alright, cool.
Cool. So
Um, go
this
on.
week we both watched both caught up on the round table with the super middleweights, the
Oh
legendary middleweight.
my god.
I mean, it was nice to watch it again. I saw it years ago when it happened,
Yeah,
but like the refresher is always sweet. Do you know what I mean?
beautiful.
So
Beautiful.
this was a roundtable sit down with Joe Calzaghe, Roy Jones Jr., Chris Eubanks, Steve Collins, and Richie Woodall, hosted by Johnny Nelson. Yeah, shouts out to Sky Sports because they're rolling out the great content from back in the day. It's nice to watch.
And it's just nice because they catch you slipping because it says 2 days ago. You're like, right, when did they film
Right.
this? Then you look at people's faces like, nah, you look too young. Do you know what I
Exactly.
mean? Yeah.
So it's the maddest. It's like they just said, "Come and have a sit down, have a catch up."
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? And I'm watching it now and I'm thinking this is nice to watch because there's no like upcoming fight tension. It's just let's just chat and see how your career went, how I felt my career went. It was sick.
Now, Travis, you mentioned there was no pre up and coming fight tension,
Oh snap!
but
You're right.
there was mad tension. It's palatable, bro. Everyone, when you get a chance after watching this, please go and watch it. It's the best. It's the best 45 minutes of just talking that I've seen because you got in there. Everyone is playing chess. The only person that's actually everyone is playing chess except Woodall. I think he knows.
Woodall,
He
Woodall knows
knows.
he's supposed to be at that table.
Yeah,
Let's like respect to Woodall here because
he
I
won the
see
title.
he won the bet. He won a belt and he enjoyed his career. I think he was a cruiserweight for a lot of his career. I don't know. I don't really look into him too tough. I can probably do that now whilst we're talking, but I think Woodall knew that he
While
shouldn't.
you're looking, I'm gonna say what I saw going on. Yeah, because this was the greatest chess match that was taking place in this fight. So you had Steve, who was on smoke. Yeah, Steve was here to tell people, I'm just here for Roy Jones. You guys are beneath me. I done what I done in the business. I'm looking at him. Yeah, that was Steve's. He was trying to set up a fight literally there. So that was his agenda in that room. You had Roy Jones, who was probably saying to himself, I don't think no one in this room's on my level.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
I don't think no
Even at
one in
one
this room's
point,
on it. Yeah.
there's even at one point where I think Richie Woodall tried to give it up to James Toney, and Steve Collins chimed in and he goes, James Toney was, better than all of us here. Roy Jones heard
Roy.
that was like, what? How are you gonna say he's the best one here? The way I beat him, I was thinking to
Yeah.
myself, no, that's right. Talk that stuff, bro, because
Yeah.
them was just trying to give it up because he weren't there. No,
No,
bro,
but
Roy
then what they were
Jones.
talking about is so that's it. So let's say the agendas that we had here. So Roy Jones
Yeah,
was in the room like, I'm probably the best here. Yeah. This guy thinks I ducked him, which is nuts. Steve thinking I ducked him is crazy, but it's fair. But I need to let
yeah.
you lot all know that I'm the best here.
Facts.
Then Eubank, and if agree with me if you feel like I'm on the right path right now, Eubank, yeah, was doing a
You
madness.
listen, yeah. Let me tell you something. Eubank was giving off like when I get into my petty bag and I decide I'm gonna wind someone up. That's. I was looking at it, I was thinking to myself, wow, because I saw Eubank's agenda early in the game.
Oh man.
Eubank sat at that table and just was focused on Collins, fam.
Yes.
Like, man was like, you know what I mean? Man was trying to give it up to Eubank. Eubank was like, no, thank you. I just want to say one thing to Steve. It's like, he goes, now, people will not forgive me if I don't say this to you.
What people?
Someone says that, bro. When they said that, in my head I was thinking to myself, I don't think I ever heard anyone say anything about Steve Collins touching Kawasaki. Like, when it comes to the Kawasaki, I was like, okay, cool, but he's going at, he's like, no, forgive me.
We're gonna go back to that. Let's stay. So, because this one is the one we really need to unpick, because there's different levels to unpick of this one. So we're gonna put the Eubank, who is an enigma in himself, to the side. Yeah, we had what's this guy that we was talking about? Did you check? Former champion.
Yeah.
What was it saying?
Super middleweight. He had a super middleweight title. WBC.
There you go.
Middleweight title. A lot of UK defenses. Yeah. UK defenses, and he did his. It's a career to be proud of.
Of course,
that's all I'll really say.
But then he went there with any. He was at the table thinking, "Rare, I'm at the table with these men." He was probably there like, "Raw, I'm actually at the table with these men." That's sick. Then you had Joe Kawasaki. Now, his situation, he was sitting at the table, pretty much like I feel that he was at the table thinking, I don't need to talk to you, man. You know how Belly looks at Hay after the beatdown.
Yeah.
You know that kind of
that cockiness.
But it almost annoyed me actually. The cockiness almost annoyed me because I thought to myself, yes, it did, because he was talking like. The way he was talking is like, I've done it all, and he has done it all, but it's when you did it.
My thing is, you're younger than these men. Even Steve Collins said it. You weren't really there when we were active. Do you know what I mean? You came at the end.
But what is key in this situation, which I did like, even though he felt like that, the only place where he felt disrespected, and he started to see it later and later, is towards Steve Collins. He felt disrespect from Steve Collins. There was an undercurrent of, who are you talking to? Because Collins said to him before, he said, when you was coming up, not being, and you know, when you hear the word no disrespect, he's like, no disrespect, but I didn't know who you were. And then he says it again, so even after he said that, because Eubank's on him now, and then he says it again, he goes, actually, I'm the champ, you're the interim champ. And I can feel Kawasaki sitting there, but he's letting Eubank talk for him. He feels the same.
That's right.
He's letting Eubank do the talking. Do you see what I'm saying? And then lastly, sorry, this is a long diatribe, but I was deep in everything that was going on. Eubank, notice he kept on calling Collins a fox. This and that, and I said to myself, wait, he's actually saying to himself, then he reveals it, he says, I don't know how this man beat me. He said, this man must have been willing to die, and I've been telling people that he's willing to die.
Collins said, no, I wasn't.
Collins was like, no.
I wasn't willing to die? What? I liked what he said, though, because he said, you know, anyone could be beaten with the right game plan. I thought that was legit. But what I thought was amazing is that Collins is still wise to Eubank's games, because he goes, you keep calling me a fox, and I don't know if that's a compliment or not. He goes, I don't know. It's like the way you're saying it. He goes, I don't know. And Eubank is like, yes, it is. He's like, nah, I don't know. I don't think so. And the thing about that is that Collins got into his head perfectly the first time round, which is why he beat him. Eubank's head. Bro, he said, I think it was one quote where he basically said, you know, I'm an Irishman. I do a lot of stuff, you know, in Ireland, and that's what I'm about. That's my country. That's what I'm on. He goes, you're an African. What have you done for Africa? Fam, Eubank.
He was never the same.
That bar there, that bar there is like, wow, that's
the gunshot, bro. That is the, No, but that's the gunshot, yeah.
Checkmate.
But check this out. Eubank, yeah, does not feel on any given morning again that Collins has a chance against him, even though he's at peace.
No, but then no, he was rattled. I saw a
No,
fight
I'm
at
saying that now. I'm saying,
listen.
go on.
I saw an interview on the morning of one of their fights, yeah, where Eubank said he has an advantage because he's been seeing a hypnotist, a hypnotherapist,
Yeah.
and they, goes, a man who doesn't have the inhibitions mentally, it's different. He goes, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. And I was looking and thinking to myself, on the morning of the fight, nah, man, this guy's done a number on you mentally.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You're supposed to feel invincible.
No, and this is the thing. So a lot was revealed. I felt that if you're like someone, I would say like us, that like to look behind boxing and the mechanics of
Yeah.
people, this is the best sit down to watch how
Oh,
the
yeah.
energy is shifting across the room. It's a boxing match without punches thrown. Literally, there's
Yeah.
stuff happening, and you're watching. You're like, gee, I was watching this thing, and I was saying to myself, and then Roy John calls it out. He says, "Listen, you've got a problem." He
Yeah,
said,
that's right.
Roy John said, "I seen what you're doing. You
Yeah.
told me right now. What you're trying to tell me is don't get twisted. The way he's trying to big you up, yeah, he's a fox, and he's secretly trying to come for you. But when this is where the story gets really interesting for me,
Because Eubank is constantly saying that there's no tension between Collins and Roy. He's like, you man need to talk it up so the public buy into it.
yeah,
Because that's why he said it don't feel real. And Roy's like, it don't feel real because you want to fight him.
yeah. But what's funny in it is he makes a clear point, and this is the point where he's actually saying to Collins, because Collins needs to own up for this. He needs to answer for this. He says, "You stepped out the fight, yeah." And when the man says, "I've got a letter," yeah, is nuts.
He
I've
said
rattled you. When I
that
got a
story.
letter from the WBO doctor, yeah,
Man said the WBO doctor pulled me out the fight. That's when I was like, that
but
sounds.
no one ever heard this.
Everyone around the table was like, that's news to us, boy. That's no one heard that.
So
Yeah. Because I had my foot, so I was like,
there you
nah,
go.
that's
And then it made his leverage because he was just imagine he had haymakers. He was swinging,
yeah,
saying, "I was avoided. I was ducked. Da 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 da. I need to fight you. We're from the same area. Rare. Then at
humble.
the same time, after Eubanks lost, Thingy's saying Kazaki's like, "I wanted to fight you. Why don't you want to fight me?"
Eubanks' response made perfect sense.
There you go.
Eubanks said, "You see, you're a fox, right? And as you say, you believe that a man can be beat with the perfect plan. But
He
if
never
you
had.
couldn't find the perfect plan, you wouldn't take the fight."
There you
And
go.
I thought to myself, oh,
There you
live on him. He got him. The whole time I thought Eubank was gonna fall in his own sword. And when he said that, I thought to myself, "Oh, well, that's why
He
you're
got
Chris
him.
Eubank and I'm not."
He got
Because
and
that was perfect.
why Kawasaki was smart is Kawasaki was chilling in the cut. He weren't trying to throw any haymakers, but then
Wait,
he said, when I beat him, why didn't you want to fight me? He said, if he won, would you have fought him again? It got nuts. So Kawasaki was chilling because he was in a very good position in this thing, but he said he had to come out them light haymakers, just to let man know, listen, you're moving, the way you're talking to him, you should have fought me. I don't care
facts.
what anyone says, you should have fought me. You said you can beat anyone with a plan. You never had a plan for me. And all I want you to now say is, I'm great. That's all Kazaki wanted. So even at the
Facts.
end when he said, I wanted a picture, he's taking the piss.
Yeah.
Eubank got him
But
out of the room.
Eubank is a mind games done, and
Yeah.
he knew he'd finished him. He
Yeah.
knew he backed him up and knocked him out with the mind game plan.
Yeah. And
Also, though,
gone.
what annoyed me, this is the part where I say, because I was a diehard Eubank fan, so obviously my memory of Eubank is there. It's gold plated. You can't chat to it. It's the memory, so it's gotten better than it actually was anyway. When he says that he didn't want to fight Roy Jones or James Toney because he felt like it was suicide,
Disappointed.
that's when I was like, why'd you give it up like that, fam? Like, at least we don't know. We don't know. Do you see what I'm saying? Because Roy Jones admitted the one who he felt like he would have had trouble with is Eubank.
Mm.
And Eubank's like, rah, did you say that? Like, you
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
So now, this is what I want to get onto because it's very important in boxing. They talk, and Roy Jones now started giving up because they was really giving up to Joe. Johnny Nelson was doing too much with Joe Kazaki at the table. He was talking like Joe Kazaki was the greatest of everything.
Talking about him like he was Roy.
Yeah, so this is, so
Whereas
he goes,
everybody at the table acknowledged that when Joe fought Roy, Roy was old.
there you
So that's why
go.
when these men say, you know, no disrespect to Joe, but when Roy was in his prime, no one could chat to this man.
There you go. So now he said what he said, and it was very interesting what happened in that room. He said, listen, a loss was a loss is I didn't get a loss. I was disqualified, which gave me like, you see what I'm saying? He said at that moment I changed my plan. So yeah, I wanted to be undefeated, and I probably would have been undefeated had that not been stolen from me. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I thought this is interesting because fighters, each fighter has a different plan. When I heard Eubank's plan, it all made sense. Eubank said, I want to be known as one of the best. Not the greatest, one of the best. And you have to ask a fighter, wait, what do you intend to be? And then this is now, I'm going to bring this into AJ, which is a mad take. AJ, yeah, I think I've heard him say it. When he was on The Breakfast Club, he said it's after boxing that he cares about. He's talking about building up a legacy for family, and the Commonwealth stuff that he's talking about. Like creating communities and all that other stuff. There was and then he said and another thing that he said, when he lost the belts, he felt a level of relief, like, and that's interesting. That's telling to say what you're in this game for is different. I don't think you're in this game to be the greatest of all time or to be spoken about in a certain way. I feel that this is a means to an end, if that makes sense, where this is just you're seeing this as a stepping stone to doing all that. There's a word for it where you just help people. I can't remember the word. Philanthropy. Yeah. This is a stepping stone to philanthropy and being like almost on LeBron levels where you're just helping.
Well, I mean, it might just be a thing to say. I mean, we'll have to see it all play out.
You shouldn't feel relief when you lose your titles. That is a crazy thing to say.
But
so it just lets me know about you.
Not necessarily, because his career is still active, so he can still change and flip the switch and whatever.
No, you can.
It's different when you talk about these men because their career is done. So their story is told already, so they can tell you what happened as opposed to what may change next week.
Those feelings are not fake. That's a real feeling. That's not a lie.
I hear what you're saying, but I think
utterance. Like,
when you're talking about guys in the past versus guys in the moment, a guy in the moment can say, "Oh man, I'm sick of this," and then next week he's the the most motivated he's ever been. Do you see what I'm saying? So I feel like it's peaks and valleys once you're in the moment, but once you're past and you're talking backwards, it's easy you can sit there with clarity and say, yeah, that time round, I really thought I was the best. But deep down in my heart, there was a part of me that had doubts. You see what I'm saying? It's because it's all
that's exactly. But and when you say that deep down in my heart, that's your truth, like it or not.
Yes.
With many fighters, your truth is your truth.
But if you asked him that day, he's gonna say, "No, I'm the best. I'm number one." Yeah, because in the moment, I'm here. I'm today. That's why I say when you can't really compare AJ now versus those guys who are looking back. Okay. Because when you look back, you can be honest and be different. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. For me, I felt that. For me, I'll stay with where I still feel the same. I still believe that that was a telling sign for me about what your intentions are in boxing. For me, this is what I'm saying. Yep. Obviously, we'll know at the end of his career, but that for me was just like
It irritated me when I heard Eubank say that because I just thought, like, why was I cheering for you then, fam?
Yeah.
You was content way before your time. But the thing is, we have to remember that, and this is why I say that in the moment for Eubank, it was different because he came out a killer, knocking every man out. Then he had the Michael Watson situation, and that took a sting out of him as a fighter where he didn't want to stop guys. So if you ask Eubank what his intentions were pre-Michael Watson, he's going to say, I'm ferocious, I want to knock everybody out, I'm the beast, and they're going to know who I am. Whereas if you ask him 2 fights later, and he's going, you don't need to hit the man in his head too many times. He's a different fighter because of his experience. Which is why I say AJ, we don't know what AJ's next fight is going to bring out in him, and it's going to change, and it's best to let him finish the career so he can have these roundtable discussions and be frank, as opposed to try to get these answers whilst he's happening.
Yeah.
You feel?
So, but then now, because I look forward to the future roundtables. I promise you, yeah, when I watched that, it made, when Steve, yeah, was talking to Roy Jones. What did you, go on.
Sorry, yeah, I just don't want to forget. Roy Jones and Richie Woodhull fought each other in the amateurs.
Yes.
They spoke about it, and I was looking at Richie Woodhull's record. I was thinking, it's not here. I don't understand. So I just Googled it, and they fought in the Olympics.
It was Olympics.
Because you know, he said after the first round, Roy Jones walked back to his corner with his hands up.
Yeah.
For the second round, he the pace to try and make sure his hands went up. And he did. He stepped up on him still.
Yeah.
Third round, Roy did his thing. But it played true. So Richie Woodhull, he ain't no bum.
No, he's not a bum.
Expect that he's...
No, there's levels to this. There's levels.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what I would love in the future, yeah, hopefully all the men fight, but I would love to see a round the table. This is my future round the table that I like many years from now. AJ, Fury, Dylan White, Ruiz, he has to be there.
Deontay Wilder. How did you not say Deontay Wilder in this conversation?
Yeah, go on then.
No, don't go on then. This guy's had the belt for time. He still has to be there. Ruiz had the belt one fight.
No, but he has to be there just for non. No, Woodall was there, fam. Put Ruiz there, fam.
Yeah, fine.
All right, cool. Deontay.
Klitschko's
just gonna be nice, isn't it? Put him there. Go on, put him there.
Remember, Klitschko had these men at his camps.
Fireworks.
He had all these men in his training camp.
Klitschko. Fireworks.
He always knew AJ would be the fighter that he became.
Keep going. That was really good.
Thing about AJ, he has an eye for boxing. Dillian likes to fight.
Ooh, you're so sick at that. And then Fury would wind up Klitschko in a mad way.
You know what the annoying thing about that is? I know Fury will come and be super humble and super nice.
No, it only takes. No. I don't see that. Nope, not at all. It depends what happens, because if Dylan's is the problem in that room. He needs a title to be in that room first. But Dylan will be a problem because Dylan will be in there talking reckless to someone. Do you see what I'm saying? He's going to upset somebody. Yeah.
Well, even in that stage.
Huh? Did you hear them, man? Them man said, Roy Jones said that, wait, who was it? He says, when I'm on commentary, I get vexed. He said he has to leave. He said, I'm on commentary. The fighter is in them. So they said it's like an open flame where all it needs is a little bit of gasoline and I'm ignited. And all these fighters feel like that. They said it never goes. The only person it hasn't gone away for is Eubank, but we know that's lies. Eubank just is happy.
Suppresses it the most. Eubank suppresses it the most.
Yeah.
I think Eubank's thought about comebacks many times. I remember when Eubank and Nigel Benn did this thing on Channel 5, the Gladiator thing. That's some of the best TV.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And he scored up with Nigel Benn, and they both just, you know what I mean? Because like, he comes up to Nigel and he's just like, he goes, I'll be honest, Nigel, I wasn't feeling it before, but the more this goes on, I think we should get some gloves, and we could have a move around. And Nigel Benn is like, yeah. And he just shoves him and goes, so what? Let's go now. We don't need gloves. Man.
But you know what's so funny? That's why I think it didn't come, Nigel Benn didn't come to that thing because he knew what would happen.
He said, I'm at peace. The same man that made a comeback years later. He just didn't want to be in the room with Eubank.
Nah, not at all. And he knew the kind of person Eubank is. And I think Roy Jones had a glimpse, because Roy Jones at the end, we'll stop talking about it, but Roy Jones' glimpse that he had, yeah, when Steve left, and then Eubank was like, I wanted a picture. And he goes, wait.
You want a picture of him?
He goes, nah, you're taking
Roy
this.
Jones knows, like, you are a piss take. And that element of Eubank, yeah, he wanted revenge after what Steve Collins did to him mentally years ago.
Yes.
That's what this was about.
Yeah, and he got it because he left. He got it because he left the room. And they should have taken a legendary picture at the end together, all of them, on one of them ones. And it never happened, fam. That is literally, we deep dived because I think, to me, it was
great.
fantastic.
That was a great moment in boxing.
Oh man. Just looking at champions all talking and
Facts.
brilliant. What are we talking about?
What else is there? Don't worry, I got the list here. Deontay Wilder's brother put out a post.
Deontay Wilder that put out the post. It's on Deontay Wilder's.
Deontay Wilder reposted it, but it was Wilder's brother that came out with the talk, basically suggesting that a doctor has come out, after doing a quote unquote autopsy, which is nuts because that only happens once you're dead.
Yeah.
So if they did an autopsy on Wilder after that fight, that means there was a moment where they suspected he was finished. Anyway, man said, all right, let's hurry up for the autopsy. He's still breathing, damn it. Oh, my bad. Nah. So, that's hilarious. You see that body?
I read that autopsy and I was like, that doesn't look right.
That is not what happens to a living person.
I think from that point, the whole tweet should have been cancelled. That didn't make you sense. From that point,
alive for months after this fight. He's carrying out autopsies on living people, fam. He needs to be struck off the medical.
Bro, anything he says from that moment is untrue. Oh, God.
Man said the autopsy came back. It turns out
I'm alive.
It turns out that he hit me in the head. Nah, it was nuts.
So carry on, sorry, go on.
It was blunt trauma to the head that a fist wouldn't be able to do. And that in order to, it basically said a hand would be broken long before you would be able to inflict that type of trauma to a person's head. And I'm just like, when you just see something, you think, give it up, man.
Do you know what the problem is, yeah?
The turn is done.
Do you know what's the problem with this? Just imagine it was right, yeah? It's the person, it's the deliverer. Sometimes I believe that some people are not meant to do the message. You see, like, let's say, for instance, I don't agree with Terry Crews in any way, yeah? But now we got to say, you don't talk no more. Anytime that we're doing stuff, just...
You don't represent no one but your household.
Don't talk. Go gym, yeah? The deliverer of the message is very important. It's very key, yeah? And sometimes when you burn your bridge, you can't deliver those messages anymore. So I don't think, with what Wilder said, it's the excuses that were made. Now we don't want to hear from you. And even though your brother retweeted it, you've almost inherited how we look at your brother now, because your brother's been on some, your king will return, the suit was too heavy, I had an injury, I had this. It's like, no, bro, we've actually stopped believing you. It's now the thing of, there's nothing that Big Baby Miller can do to prove to us that he's not Sheer anymore. It's too late.
Yeah.
We don't want to. Your messaging is done. You are done. You got no more credit. It's finished. Do you see what I'm saying? Because I think even Wilder said, it's amazing how people now look at us like we're not like the stuff. Like even my own camp, my own camp are pitting on my downfall. It was a mad tweet, but then so you're saying now it's his younger brother that said that.
It was a younger brother that wrote the whole thing, I believe, and then he reposted it.
But him reposting it, doesn't that
It's,
say
yeah, because it's a co-fan.
I agree with the message? Because if he's saying my own camp is your camp is my camp. Really and truly, the way we're together, when we see them, literally, they're not too far from each other. So that's me almost endorsing the message. Do you see what I'm saying? When I retweet, it's an endorsement.
I think the biggest issue in all of this is the fact that there's still no accountability on Wilder's part.
Yes.
There is no, I didn't do enough to win the night.
Yeah.
But next time I will. He still believes he was absolutely robbed.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not healthy for a fighter to go into the rematch.
Yeah. Even that thing with the glove gate, he didn't fight it.
I'm saying,
he didn't come out and be like, no, that's totally false.
Yeah. You just got to be out here, just be humble, accept it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't hear man make it, like someone like David Hay don't make no excuses at the end of a fight.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Better man won, I'll come back again better. Even if, do you see what I'm saying? I mean, obviously the Klitschko thing, but
cool.
If we're going for the whole career.
Yeah. The better man. He'll say the better man won. Yeah.
So, yeah. One of the biggest,
man.
Bro. Just before we go, that video on Twitter was crazy. There's a dude who gets into a fight with somebody on the street, right? His girlfriend is right there. He gets caught with the maddest shot, goes down, and his woman stands over him with the most disappointed expression I've ever seen.
Her body language, was so disrespectful. She looked at him. She had a hand on her hips, like, I can't believe this.
Like, really? Like, this is my man? Like,
there was no aid. He's came
on the floor, out.
Brother.
Like, he's asleep, and she's just there like, really?
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna do? You're just gonna lay there?
And I heard her talking to him like it was his fault that he was knocked out.
It was horrible.
Do you know what? That video made me say, listen, man, when you're picking a woman, make sure you pick the right one. You might have to ask a girl early in the dating situation, if I get banged in my face,
if I get caught crazy,
what's gonna be your first thought? Are you on the supportive thing, or are you on the trying to fight him thing, or are you on some I can't believe you thing? Because he looked like he got snuck on. I didn't see the whole video.
You know what it was? Yeah, he got caught crazy. Like he was trying, and he just got caught. Boom, Amir Khan style. He overcommitted with the combos.
Yeah,
and he just timed him, lined him up beautifully.
But it's something he was at an disadvantage though, because his missus is there. So you have to fight hard. You have to swing.
He tried to overcompensate.
Yeah. Listen,
was the comments.
Oh.
The comments. One girl commented and said, "You know what? I don't think I could date someone if I saw them get beat up like that." And she goes, "No disrespect, but you know the men in my family, like they're usually the dudes that be out here beating guys up. So I can't just be with someone that's losing." I thought to myself, "Raw, who's in your family? Mayweather,
undefeated,
innit? You just not taking a loss in life, brother. She's talking about street beef,
bro."
Undefeated on the streets,
bro. And this is funny because you say, "Oh, you know that ride or die." Yeah, that woman was not riding. She was not trying to die. She was out here just criticizing the fam.
You said that to her. She's like, "Where we going? Why we dying?"
No, seriously. Listen, Travis, this has been an excellent one, man. Listen, people. Oh, we didn't say in the top, but like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We need that. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. Hey, we're hoping our studio's not back. Our main studio where we film at is not back. We're hoping. Interim studio, we're hoping to get back together so the energy's right. So hopefully, guys, if you see us together, you know something amazing's happened. But yeah, I'm KG.
I'm Travis J.
This is Undefeated.
He's undefeated, I'll defeat him. I'm jabbing, I'm dodging, weaving. I'll uppercut him, I'll leave him bleeding. He's cut, man's gotta go hard this evening. 10th round, I can hear man breathing. But my fitness comes like a terminal sickness. It can't leave me, I train like I'm addicted. All this pain I've inflicted. Rib shot, leave a man winded. Take a knee, 10-8 round, that's me. Championship round, I'm sweet. Float like a butterfly, sting like bee. Your hands can't hit what your eyes can't see. WBO, WBC. Give me all of the belts, put them all on me. Give me all of the belts, put them all on me. Undefeated. undefeated, undefeated, undefeated.